For more than a decade, American Pickers has brought viewers across backroads and barns in search of forgotten treasures. But behind the antique signs and rusty motorcycles lies something equally captivating: the personal lives of the pickers themselves. From marriages to long-distance romances and unexpected milestones, here's an inside look at the cast members of the History Channel series and the relationships that define their off-camera stories. As the co-creator and longtime star of American Pickers, Mike Wolfe has led the series with charm and tenacity. Off-screen, however, his life has evolved just as dramatically. He was married to Jodie Faith from 2012 to 2020, sharing a daughter, Charlie, born in 2012. Their divorce, finalized in 2021, stemmed from the pressures of his career. Since August 2021, Mike has been dating Letitia Klein, a 46-year-old journalist, motorcycle racer, and former model. Their shared love for bikes and small-town preservation fuels their bond, seen in joint projects like a Harley-Davidson commercial and appearances at the Day of Reckoning premiere in March 2025. Living apart, Mike in Tennessee and Klein in Kentucky, they cherish their connection with no plans for marriage, as confirmed in their 2025 interview. Interestingly, when Mike is focused on co-parenting his teenage daughter Charlie, Letitia is preparing for a new title, grandmother. Her 22-year-old son Caleb recently announced that he and his girlfriend Haley are expecting a child, making Letitia a first-time grandma in her mid-40s. Danielle Colby is the vibrant force managing antique archaeology, bringing her flair for vintage costumes and burlesque to the forefront. A Davenport, Iowa native, she excels at spotting items with rich narratives, from 1800s dresses to circus artifacts, and occasionally hits the road with sharp deal-making skills. Danielle's romantic journey includes 3 marriages. Her first marriage was to Chad Cushman, and together they had 2 children, Miles, born in 1996, and Memphis, born in 2000. In a 2012 interview with WQAD-TV, Danielle opened up about her first marriage, explaining how her rising fame made it hard for Chad to adjust, which contributed to their divorce. Not long after, Danielle married French designer Alexandre de Meyer in 2015. The same year, they quietly split, and while their romance was mostly kept out of the spotlight, their short-lived marriage ended with him requesting spousal support. The 50-year-old found happiness once more with artist Jeremy Schuch, becoming engaged to him in 2020 and officially marrying him in February 2024. Unlike her first marriage, which was strained by fame, her third marriage features a husband who embraces and supports her public life. The late Frank Fritz's journey on American Pickers was marked by both great camaraderie and difficult challenges. For a decade, Frank and Mike formed the iconic duo that carried the show's charm, blending their contrasting personalities, Mike's boundless energy and Frank's calm, dry humor, to create a chemistry beloved by fans worldwide. However, by 2020, tensions behind the scenes began to surface publicly. Frank struggled with serious health issues, including Crohn's disease and a back injury that required surgery, alongside battles with opioid addiction. These struggles severely impacted his ability to film consistently and contributed to mounting stress within the production. The relationship between Frank and Mike reportedly became strained, fueled in part by Frank's departure following a failed drug test related to his addiction recovery. Production protocols and Frank's health concerns led to his indefinite absence starting in early 2021. Fans and insiders noted that the duo's once seamless partnership was fractured, sparking rumors and speculation about the reason for the split. On the personal front, Frank's love life was equally complex. He never married, but was engaged to Diane Bankson, an Iowa survey technician, in 2017. Their on-again, off-again relationship spanning decades was marked by turmoil. In November 2018, Diane claimed she caught Frank in bed with another woman, leading to a split. They reconciled briefly, but in 2019, they parted for good, with Frank changing the locks on their shared home. In January 2021, Diane sued Frank for $50,000, alleging negligence after a 2018 incident where Frank and a friend, while drinking, placed an unlit firework in a vintage ashtray. Diane, unaware, used the ashtray while smoking and it exploded, causing third-degree burns to her hand and arm, and burning off her eyelashes and eyebrows. She claimed Frank refused to take her to the hospital, telling her to toughen up. The lawsuit was dismissed in March 2020. Publicly responding to the fallout, Frank alleged that Diane had been unfaithful for a significant period, saying her actions prompted him to get a tattoo that read, "Once a cheater, always a cheater." Diane denied this, telling The Sun in 2021, "I know the truth and that's all that matters." By 2022, Bankson had entered a new relationship and appeared focused on moving forward, expressing a desire for personal healing. In the years that followed, Frank and Mike took steps toward reconciliation. The two reportedly met several times, healing wounds that had long been open. Mike was by Frank's side during his final days before Frank passed away in September 2024 at the age of 60. Robbie Wolfe became a main cast member in season 21, officially replacing Frank Fritz. His expertise lies in vintage cars and Americana, restoring gas station signs and classic vehicles with precision. Based in Davenport, Iowa, his $615,000 real estate portfolio includes United Service Motors, an antique and car shop bought in 2021 for $200,000, with adjacent land for storing vintage cars, a 6.11-acre wooded parcel with a utility building purchased in 2020 for $80,000, and a $335,000 family home bought in 2017. According to the U.S. Sun, the 3,092 square foot residence features maple floors, an open concept layout, a gas fireplace, and sits tucked away on a private lot near wooded land. Robbie shares this home with his wife, Melanie, and together they've built a large and lively household. The couple are proud parents to 5 adult children, 3 daughters and 2 sons. Thanks for watching. Which American Pickers relationship do you find the most interesting? Let us know below and be sure to subscribe for more inside looks.